playing this bio opening, like I said, you have to do damage. You have to slow down the player that's gone for the tech advantage. And unfortunately, it looks like tanks are stuck in the main base for Select. The barracks and the reactor actually aren't allowing these out. So 3 tanks, and I don't even know Select knows about this. This is a huge mistake.
Uh-oh, and he is going to get it at the top. He has vision, so he'll have the opportunity to go back. And meanwhile, there is the 1 Marine. And he's going to be able to do a little bit of damage.
So 4 tanks are stuck in Select's main base now. He has to kill the reactor. And that push would have been really deadly if all those tanks were there. But they did get cut down. And when you play this biocentric style, you have to be expanding faster than the guy that's going bio-tank or whatever. And right now we have Select, who's got a faster third base. He's got more SCVs. He's really on top of the game. And
he did manage to take that out, freeing the siege tanks from their jail. And you've got a spot on something. Looks like STC is going to be
into a turret. He's going to drop into
right
a turret.
Into it. And there's not a whole lot of room to drop. He's got to get over on the side. It's going to get some nice hits. Only 3 Marines get out of there and an easy cleanup. And again, STC hating Gumby right now.
He's losing a lot, and actually these both players are moving around each other. Select's going to be able to get position. Oh, she doesn't want to get position on the third. He's going to turn around and he's going to get behind this army, but the STC is going to have the higher ground advantage.
Yeah, this is actually scary. He's going to go ahead and lift almost immediately. Can he potentially siege up and put his army in a position where he's going to force damage on to STC if he tries to leave out of that area? 2 supply depots going to go down, and it does look like the orbital will fall. So that 1 SCV was tasked with trying to repair it, but I mean, is kind of crazy to think because he was going after the 3rd of STC as well, and opening those back rocks actually allowed, or very early in the game, allowed him to go in and do something right there. But there's the scan, and again, how does STC get out of this?
Yeah, I mean, his units are stuck there, but at the same time, he's manning on 3 bases and Select is only on 2. The longer this goes on, Select will finally be able to kill it, but he can't really do it. Oh, sorry, there's a drop going on the right-hand side.
A huge drop on the right-hand side. It is going to get a lot of SCVs and pick up and get out. Oh, no! He does manage to lose that, and STC getting a little bit of medevac revenge there with his Marines. And now over here, he's still got to deal with this inherent problem that he's got, where he is stuck in between a rock and a hard space, And I mean, he does not want to engage there.
It's so difficult to actually go there, and Select kind of ignores it. I think he's just going to go, but at the same time, the army of Select is a little bit better, but the upgrades are getting out of control for the STC. 2-2 is on the way now, and Select isn't even at 1-1 yet. And it looks like the STC gets out that little army, and Select is getting all his units together now. But at the same time, the supply count is so similar.
It is. I mean, and it's been similar quite a lot. And look, we are going to have a battle here. He's going to pull his Marines back right into the tanks of Select. However, there are still a ton of Marines for STC, and a lot of these tanks are going down for Select. And he cleared out all the Marines, but he didn't move forward to take the final 2 tanks. I mean, at this point, we talked about even supply. Now it is a 30 supply lead for STC.
And he has the positional advantage once again. Every single fight that's happened here, he's had the advantage because his unit's been in a better position. Tanks are going down as well. And oh my god, the center, everything's going to go down here. Oh, he has to be so careful. And he's still not even mining from that 3rd base. And STC is mining from 3. His upgrades are good. He's building 12 Marines at a time. This game is getting out of control for Select.
Yeah, and you mentioned the upgrades, and it should be reiterated. I mean, there is +2/+2 hitting right now, and he's going to step forward. Oh, the tanks unsieged, and STC will be able to just roll forward here. He takes out the remaining tanks. He's going to be able to establish himself back into the 3rd of Select, and this is not looking good for the Dignitas player, as there it is, GG, and the STC wins game number 1.
Very solid play from the STC. Very strong mechanics, very strong macro. Though it almost felt like it was kind of a luck scenario where both these players went around to opposite thirds. And then they kind of like, you either have 2 decisions. You go back and defend or you continue through with it. But because of those rocks, it was a lot harder for Select to actually follow through.
And, you know, we talk about this a lot. I'm sure when you coach a lot, Apollo, you talk a little bit about that, and that is when you have units out on the field, it's important to make sure that these are not idle. And in that particular case, it's like, gosh, I have a lot of Marines. I know I'm not going to be able to attack into that tank. What can I do? Well, I'll take out these back rocks. It may seem like sort of just something to do, but at the end of the day, it ended up really winning the game for him because he shut down that third base. Command center had to be rebuilt. He wasn't even able to save it. And even though he was stuck up there, he still managed to come out ahead. So,
yeah, I mean, Terran versus Terran is all about positional advantages and positional plays, and the STC got it, you know, above Select every single time they try to fight against each other. And without that position, you cannot fight against siege tanks. You cannot fight without vision. And the Select is going to go on an uphill battle now because he has to win the next 2 games in a row if he wants to advance versus a very, very solid player.
And that's going to be a tough thing to do, but challenge accepted here, and certainly Select is going to try to do his best. And we are going to be moving on to Tall Dream Altar, which in a TVT capacity, we kind of know what that could mean.
It could mean a very long game, but I know Select likes to open a Reaper expand on this game. You know, Reapers are very good on this map. You can get around in different locations, start picking off units. We saw him play this style against Thorzane as well, though Thorzane played incredibly well.
And there we go. The countdown has begun. OGS STC is up by 1 game. Select has got to win 2 in a row in order to advance on. And here we go. Tall Dream Altar is going to be the map. And this will be the closing matchup for IPL 3 Origins Day 3 here in the northeast position as the blue Terran. It's OGS STC. Give it up. And here in the northwest as the red Terran is going to be Dignitas Select.
Let's see if Select can take the momentum away from the STC, but like you said, the task of taking 2 games away from this player who's only dropped 1 map the entire tournament.
Yeah.
So taking 2 maps away from him in a single series is going to be incredibly difficult. But the thing